Hey guys, welcome back to the Firsties podcast. I'm your host MILA.
And I'm your host MILA.
If you're new here, if you're a Firstie,
we're basically a safe space for first gens who dare to dream.
we like to laugh, kiki, argue.
Basically, two baddies with a mic.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
Now
And
let's get into this episode. Hey guys! Welcome back to another episode of Firsties. No, we were just having a little moment before I pressed record because it's becoming one brain cell.
No, honestly, we both at the same time were like, do you want to get food? You know that one, the TikTok, what's it called? Sound is like Dairy Queen closed at 11. Yeah.
After a parent is hella stressed of the day.
Dairy Queen closed at 11. That's literally what it gave.
It's what happened earlier when I came to pick you up on that floor and we were both filming.
Oh my God, yeah, we were both recording each other.
Yeah. Would you send me that for my vlog, please?
I gotcha.
I know it's going to be your vlog too.
Hey
guys, welcome back to another episode. Another epi.
I low-key miss doing the intro.
Should we do it? One
Do you
time
want
for the
to?
one time?
Time for the ones. I mean, we're halfway there, but I'm your host, MILA.
I'm your host, Mela. Now they're so confused.
That's all I want to say. Guess who Mila's Mela? Guess who's Mela? At this point. Twins. You can't tell us apart.
Totally.
Twins.
I would love to look like you, baby.
Let me look at you. Let's switch. Hello. What's it called? Freaky Friday.
Really quickly, because clearly I'm a narcissist. What's one trait of mine that you would love? And I have to answer the same for you.
Your face.
Really?
Literally, yeah.
But you have your face.
But I love your face too.
But you have yours.
Love yours though. Guys, her fucking we were just on her computer. She opens her computer, that's all I see is a mug. She's just staring at me like this. I'm like, Mila, your face.
No,
Exactly.
I swear I'm not trying to do a
Symmetry,
cop out.
everything.
I would do your head. So your face and hair. Like that all
Your
together.
head. Let me unscrew this. Thank you.
I'll give that to you in a couple days.
There you go.
I'll
Let's
give that to you
switch.
in a couple
I wish
days.
you can switch with people.
Girl.
What celebrity would you switch with? I have a theory, guys, and I'm gonna tell you guys what the theory is.
But that has nothing to do with what we're talking about today, but I love the ADHD. We'll get into our episode in just a second. You see the title, like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, get comfortable. Yeah. Get coffee, get tea, whatever.
They're really just eavesdropping in our conversation.
Honestly, what would you
like
do?
body type, like face.
If you could take face and body of it doesn't even have to be. It can be even like an influencer. Whose face and body would you take?
Here's the thing. This is not fair because I don't have time to go through every single. I'm gonna text you.
Find me most beautiful woman, basically. I guess that's
someone who's I think very beautiful is Halle Berry.
really.
Yeah,
she is gorgeous.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised that she said that.
Now body T, Lori Harvey.
Oh, for sure. Okay,
She's
let's do
up
face,
there.
Though. Let's just stick with face.
Just face,
would you want to switch your faces with her?
She's stunning and she ages gracefully. But see, this is not fair because someone texts you at 10 p.m. and be like, no, I meant to say this person. I just can't think of many people.
Yeah.
How about you?
I don't know who I would. Body's Megan, guys. I'm switching with Megan immediately, actually. Before you finish the question, I'm literally pressing on
Megan.
the button.
Okay, face. Like face, core.
Face is so hard.
Think about it.
Rihanna's face is immaculate.
Oh my God. I'm about to get eaten up in the comments. Duh. Riri? Yeah.
literally.
She's stunning.
It's like who you would switch with, but I can't think of because there's a theory where the person you find the most beautiful person is someone you might look alike a little bit. Because people see themselves in other people. Do you know what I mean?
But girl, that would mean I think I do not look like Halle.
That sounds like
Because my next one was Lupita.
Ooh,
She's
Lupita's
stunning.
gorgeous.
But that's Lupita.
No, oh my God, there's so many beautiful women. I hate you guys are so lucky. You guys are so lucky.
No, with her specifically, it's her face and her body. Like she's just her
Yeah.
everything. She's just stunning.
Nokia's gorgeous.
Yeah.
There's so many beautiful women. Wow.
There
Shout out
really
women.
is. Shout
Love
out
y'all
women.
down,
Love y'all down.
Face card on.
Yeah.
Platinum.
Yeah, seriously. I love how you just randomly get into that 4 minutes in, and we're
honestly,
like,
literally
which one of my traits would you take?
Who would you want to take? As if we're shopping. What face and what body?
Yeah, seriously. All right, guys, let's finally get into this episode.
Yeah.
So today, if you guys have not watched on Netflix, the new You has come out, the last season finale. If you know, you know. And we recently actually did some content with Maya. She's been on before. Love you, girl.
Mm-hmm. She was supposed to be here too, so
yeah, shout out to you. She's gonna be on next couple episodes, but We end up cooking, which is so much fun. The episode is going to be out or is already out. If it's already out, we'll link it. But and we kind of like debated on you and Joe Goldberg and like what's his vibe and stuff.
First of all, guys, me and Mila don't cook. We don't be in the kitchen. So like
not one bit.
Us cooking with Maya, like she was just literally like the chef and we're just like following basically. But it was so like
it was so much fun. And we did great. The food came. We don't want to tell you what the meal was, but it was delicious. It was good. Didn't I make you feel seen in what I texted in the group chat of that meme?
Absolutely.
Can you share it with the class?
Truly know. She said, "Let them know what I think." But what's it called? The meme was like, "I'm not a chef. I'm just really good at holding conversation with the person that's cooking in the kitchen."
And you have to know your role.
I feel so seen. That's my role.
You have to know your role.
Exactly. I'm not the chef, babe.
Yeah.
I can just sit, vibe, talk, entertain.
I'll clean.
I'll do a little backflip, a little nay while you're like, you know,
a nay is crazy.
Imagine like cook that chicken.
You're like,
girl, I have a speaker, the bottle girl side.
Vibes
even.
are up. I'll pour some wine for us. Vibes are up.
Like,
but I'm not in
you,
that.
But I'm not,
I'm
not there. I'm not sorry. That's
absolutely.
We need to marry like chefs.
Absolutely. I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting it.
I'll clean everything. I'll be Cinderella. You can be a chef.
A single that was okay. So let's get into this topic. So obviously, if you haven't watched, I don't even want to spoil the end for you, but essentially, Joe Goldberg, he's a romantic. He's obsessed with books and he's obsessed with falling in love with women. And then once they don't like who he actually is, he kind of goes crazy. Yeah. And he's a murderer.
Once they don't like who he is.
Yeah, like when they really figure out who he is. Because he thinks all the acts of murder, which is a no-no, is romantic. And I do want to do a disclaimer. We are not romanticizing toxic behavior or anything like that.
Absolutely
so just
not.
We do not invite that. We do not welcome that.
Yeah. I didn't know. It's because like...
He loves romance. Found out that
he was crazy. I thought he was like, he had no choice but to kill them. So like every time like he's heartbroken. I didn't watch the last season, guys. I only watched like the first two.
You honestly should watch it. It's so good. And the ending is very like vindicating.
Kind of bored me though. The beginning of the third season was so.
I know it didn't rev up.
boring,
Yeah,
so
I finished it, but
really,
it did need to like rev up. Yeah.
Yeah, but what's it called? I thought he was killing them in the end because he thought like, obviously you know my secret, so I have no choice but to kill you. So I'm like, I'm so sad because that's how it was like for the first season.
Correct. You know what I mean? But remember, he genuinely thought like okay. Remember the first season? He locked her up and said he locked her up in the basement.
Yeah, because she knows and said like. Thing.
Yeah, but then he said, "Look, you could write about this. Like I'm helping you. You could like he was saying like this is art for you. This is," and she's like, "You're insane." So he's thinking, "I'm trying to save you because you haven't been inspired in so long, and I took away this guy for you so you could finally
imagine someone's like trying to give you like content, first season vlog content. He does some fuck shit like that. Be like, "Look, Mila, a dead rat." Or a rabbit.
No, like, absolutely not. But that's what I'm saying. So he's romantic.
I didn't put it maybe it's because I haven't seen it like in a minute. But I thought it was like he had no choice but to kill them because now they know it's true.
That is true as well. That definitely is true. But but if he, so you need to watch last season because if they finally accept him for who he was and they're okay with the killing.
Yeah, Love was okay with the killing.
Exactly. Remember how they?
She was also a psychopath.
They moved in together. They had a kid together. That was the longest relationship he had. That was like because she was also crazy as hell.
Where did the kid go?
You need to watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was because I knew he like burnt her alive or like burnt the house.
Yeah,
so
but there's
the kid there too.
No, remember he left it on the stoop of that blind friend. Remember that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Now I remember.
You need to watch because the ending was heartbreaking. So anyways, what we want to discuss, and we're going to turn it over into like our lives and stuff like that too, but is I really want to kind of exercise, is he, Joe Goldberg, is he a monster or is he misunderstood? Or both?
Yeah. So what's it called? What was our conversation we had when we were cooking? Explains.
Yes, like explanation or justification.
Yeah. So it was like is them like knowing like what he went through basically. Is that an explanation or like justification?
Yes.
For his doing. So then that's basically that too. Is he a monster or for me
or misunderstood?
From my point of view, he's a monster. Because
please elaborate.
Because I feel like that's the same thing with people who like. Not even people. This is exactly what happened with Joe. If he knows like the upbringing or whatever, I don't want to like victim blame, but like it can explain it, but then him keep like actually like keeping on doing whatever he's doing, that makes you a monster, because like it's your actions that's making you like a monster. Do you know what I mean? But if he was like crazy, if it was like snapping, he keeps like snapping into it, or like he has like moments, I'd be like, he's just
but he's murdering. He's misunderstood.
Do you know what I mean?
Every episode.
But it's like it's a character, which is like obviously you never unfortunate, but like I do think he leans more into the monster side. I don't want to say he's fully a monster.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like he leans that way. Do you think it's?
But do you think he ever had a chance?
I feel like everyone has a chance.
But and I just want to say, this is we're debating.
Yeah.
I obviously agree with you.
Yeah, and we're talking about like fictional. Like I know, like some people like with life. We're not talking about like life issues.
Oh my God! Again, disclaimer: like, we're not.
Yeah, we don't want to like act like, I don't mean, what's it called? I don't want y'all to think that I'm like victim blaming, or like I'm just like careless. I guess. But I will say, like, I feel like choosing good or choosing to be better, it's still a choice, but depending on your upbringing, like the hardness of it. It depends on your upbringing. You know what I mean? Like some people, it's like it's an easy choice. It's not even like, it doesn't even feel like a choice sometimes for them. But I feel like for those people who like, who grew up abused or whatever, it's such a hard thing that it's like it probably takes a lot more time. Yeah,
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. I just want to kind of exercise the whole like, it's not right, obviously, and he hurt many people, but also I don't want to say but, and I think he never had a shot, like
ever.
What did
he go through? Damn.
Do you not recall? Like he also was tortured and left in the, like that's what he taught from the male figure in his life was like, act right. I'm doing this to love you. Stayed in there for days. Yeah. No food, nothing. Days. Read your books. That's going to be your best friend. So like that's what he learned, And I do think, especially nowadays, it's sometimes we're a little bit more hesitant to extend empathy and kindness towards the male figures. Like, are we going to react this way if it was a girl? If it was a woman? We say, purr, clock it.
Harley Quinn. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so to extend it to, go.
No, continue.
I was going to say to extend it to like, not even Joe, but like obviously ain't nobody out here murdering people. That's not us.
Yeah,
but,
I hope not.
Right. Extending it to us. Do you think we're why do you think we're quick to, as almost a society, but why do you think we're quick to like jump to not giving people the benefit of the doubt of like maybe exercising empathy or curiosity first on like, damn, they just lashed out, whatever, and just being like, no, this person's this way, this person's this way, this person's this way. It's hard, right?
Yeah, I will say, personally, I do have like an issue when it comes to like giving grace to men specifically, because I'm just like, it's calculated, or like you've done this on purpose. You know what I mean? Which is like something that I probably have to work on. But in society, I feel like it's different when it's like something that they don't know of, because we all have like our blind spots, or like we all have like things that like we have issues for.
Yeah.
But if I'm saying like, let's say something's happening. Let's say a man is, I don't even know. I can't even think of it like a single trait of a man. I'm just kidding. But let's say like he does this like multiple times, right? And it's not just like a first offense thing.
He cheats. Let's do that.
That's crazy. I'm not giving no grace to no. Do you know what I'm saying?
I knew she was gonna say that.
That's so extreme, though. Do you know what I mean? Because like that's gonna be hard for me to like. I can't give you grace. You're gonna have to. I don't know.
Okay, he doesn't communicate as much. So every time he goes out or whatever, he's not as communicative, and you're like, wait, where are you at? What are you doing? And it's no big deal. He's not cheating or anything, but he just isn't as thoughtful.
Yeah, or like he shuts down. Yeah, like in arguments, he shuts down.
Yeah,
right?
Which is common.
Exactly. I feel like if I know like the upbringing or like what it is or whatever, and he knows the reason why he does it too, if you're not actively working on it, I can't give you grace. But if I see you actively trying, but obviously like life gets the best of you, or like we're not perfect, like the second we like clock a flaw, we're not gonna be like changing it the next morning. Do you know what I mean? Like it's gonna take us a while to like fix. If I see an active like you are actively trying to change it, then I'd be like, okay. But
so actions.
Yeah, but like I feel like knowing our flaws is like literally step 0.1 of everything, because everyone has flaws. We all have baggages. We all have like
Stuff we have to work
personality
on.
character has been tainted or whatever in some shape or form, then that
Yep.
means everyone's a victim. Do you know what I mean? But like imagine like even something is like as simple as like being late. I'm late sometimes, so might be like treading on
Triggered.
dangerous waters. But what's it called?
You were on
like,
time today.
Period.
Yeah.
But what's it called? If I'm like always like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like I'm not even trying to like come early or come on time or whatever. You can't give it grace after a while. Do you know what I mean? You can't be graceful because it's like, I know it, but I'm not working towards it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's
I
what I'm
think.
trying to see
Well,
when it
see, the
comes to,
thing
like,
is, like, the late thing
relationships.
is a real life thing, and I do give you grace for that. I'm just like,
In the beginning, but then it's like, imagine even adding trauma on top of it, and then I'm not doing anything to fix it. You're gonna get annoyed. Like grace is gonna run out.
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. I feel you.
But that's why I'm like, I don't think we should give grace like for the first few offenses, but then after that, I think grace should just run out.
Okay, so then so this is what I want to talk about. So then when is it like enabling the person versus acceptance? You see what I'm trying to say? Like, okay, generally, let's use the late thing. That's a very like lighthearted thing. That's not that deep, right?
Okay.
Like, when is it like, because I think there's a part of acceptance that is love. Like, when it's not that deep, like, Melly's going to be late, just add 15 minutes to the resi, or 30. Honestly, an hour at this point.
I'm trying to change though, guys.
She says that every episode.
But I truly am.
Everyone in the comments,
always,
please
like,
come. Mayor, Bax, Ruthie, Namibia, please.
No, something always happens. I think that's what it is.
It's called your makeup, okay?
I see, guys.
It's
This
your
is why I'm
beat.
not even wearing a makeup.
Oh, no, but if you were late and you came toe up, I would be like, what are we doing? At least you go.
Do something, right? What the fuck is this?
Like, what's going on? Either be early and be toe up,
or late,
yes,
and be
stunned. Yeah, exactly. I told you I wanted your face.
I'm so. She's like, get to it, bitch. Go and do your face.
Okay, but literally the lateness thing, right?
Yeah.
It's just like that's just gonna be Melly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or are we enabling you to not hold you accountable and be like, no, babes, no, seriously, like we have to work on this, like
Exactly.
lock in.
It
So-
is enabling me if it's like.
So,
that's
but
just
is
silly.
but is enabling not loving?
I don't think enabling is loving, especially when you know it's something like it should be fixed,
Mm-hmm.
or you know it's something that it's wrong. If you're enabling it, I feel like you would.
I agree.
You don't care less. You don't even. Care
I
to
agree.
fix me. You
Yeah,
know what I
because we're
mean?
using tardiness as an example. That's very lighthearted to like drug abuse, like you know what I mean, like
exactly.
substance, like all that stuff, murder. Like no,
Exactly.
like
or
yeah,
imagine like a person like, let's use like sex addiction, right?
Mm-hmm.
A guy is like he's like a sex addict or whatever, and he might not be cheating on you, but he's watching porn, he's doing this, he's doing, I don't know, like doing a lot of crazy freaky shit, freaked out shit, basically.
Yeah.
Every time. You know this, and you probably might know this because it's like a trauma thing, or you might know like, it's something might have happened with the person. After knowing it, you're not just gonna be like, it's okay, he's just a sex addict, let's just whatever.
like accept it.
You can't accept it because then you're like, like he might even need help, even if it's not for you. Like he might need help in the future. So you're still gonna like expect something like change and stuff like that. Especially if you're trying to like date him, or if you're trying to like go into like relationship or whatever,
Like a future.
something like a community. Yeah, if you see a future, you're gonna want to like push him towards fixing that, and you would want to see him go towards that. Do you know what I mean? Because you can't be like, okay, like now you love me, so I want you to just be done with the sex addiction and just only me, whatever.
Yeah, that's not
whatever.
realistic.
That's not realistic, but you would want him to you would want to see him try to fix himself in one way or another. Just you telling me is not going to be like, okay, Becca, like that's it. That's why, and he's a sex addict, that's it. No, I need you to actually try.
Yeah.
It's not like fixing it, but at least trying, then I can give you grace.
So I think the underlying thing of what you're saying is like the difference between acceptance and enabling, because there is a part of acceptance that is very loving, but I think it's when it's detrimental to the people around you or their life, where it's like, okay, if you're still accepting, and I put that in air quotes for the audio listeners, that's enabling.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? As far as like, again, bringing up the tardiness, like, girl, you're not late to absolutely everything. Like, girl, are you late to work? Or, you know what I mean? Like when you have to lock in, you lock in.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not that deep. But if you're something where it's detrimental to you or people around you, I think at that point it's no more acceptance. It's like, hey, you need to get help, or we need to do something to support you, or whatever the case is. I think that's different.
I think what's worse is like in situation when it comes to like Joe and everything too, not only, at least, okay, you accepting me being late is fine, but me accepting me being late is just me justifying it. Do you know what I mean? With Joe, it's like, this is how it is. I'm a serial killer. I kill. Whatever. I'm gonna stalk you.
It's for you. It's about every. Yeah, you're right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's already accepted as like that as his character and his fate, basically.
Oh my God, he doesn't even exercise the fact of not doing it.
That's
he's
what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's like Joe's already like he's agreeing with like whatever.
Yeah, he's tweaked out. He's tweaked out.
That's what I'm saying. So like, and even in dating, if I'm accepting, like if the guy that's dealing with the issue, whatever, is accepting it, then I can't give you grace, or I can't show grace because you're already vibing because you don't think like you're not even gonna try to change it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're locked in with themselves. They're just like,
yeah, and they're always just gonna use it as like, but this happened, but I went through this though, blah blah blah. And I feel like, I don't know. Maybe we do need a little more grace, but I truly think like we also need to consider the other person in the situation. I'm not trying to say like negate your feelings and negate like your trauma or whatever, but at least effort matters.
Yeah, I just think that's where I'm saying it can be a little challenging because I do want to be like an accepting friend, accepting daughter, sister, and all these things. But then there's also like, I can tell you not to get too personal, but of like a boundary had to be set for a family member, and like I never thought I would get here. You know exactly what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to tell about the details on the podcast. And it's genuinely for like my peace, my livelihood, like my mental health. Never thought I would get there, but love you from a distance. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
But before I learned, it was a lot of enabling because it was
you
just
were
like,
giving grace and there was never changing. Exactly.
Like not even a little change. Yeah. But then now I'm actually at acceptance, but from a distance of like, oh, some people are the way that they are.
Yeah.
And maybe it's bigger than me. That's a God thing. And you deal with that with God, but I have to love you from a distance. But it's a little bit, because you know, what I thought for the longest, I thought I was disappointing the person, or I failed the person by not being, and I put this in air quotes for the audio listeners, like not strong enough. Like I could take it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because when you were
bearing
younger,
like the burden or whatever.
Be like, I'm strong enough. And it's like, actually, and it's not even that. The strength to actually be like, this is not okay. But I want to be able to see all your flaws, Melly, and love you through it. Because there's going to be seasons where like, you're not my favorite person. I'm not your favorite person. Yeah. And God willing, hopefully we could like love each other through it. Because that's how long-term friendships are. Like, it ain't cute.
And
you know what I mean?
communication too. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that journey. And I find it, I'm passionate about it when it comes to like women friendships and stuff like that too. Because it is a journey. You've had the same friends since you were little. Like same have I. You know, our family friends. For sure.
But I feel like communication and everything like also like plays a lot more role in like I don't know, like let's say like if I'm like moody or whatever, you're gonna ask, you know what I mean? Like
hey, are you okay?
Exactly. Yeah. Like hey, like are you good or whatever? Like having a lot more like constant communication. I feel like I do think we do give each other more grace than like when it comes to like in romantic settings.
Like I have to agree.
So which is maybe that might also be. I have also another question when it comes to like relationship, but like with friendships, I feel like even being like it's easy for us to extend grace because one, we communicate so well, and then two, it's like we already have the mindset where like she did not mean that. Do you know what I mean? Or like if something happened, I'm not gonna be like my friend's out to get me, my friend's plotting against me. Like my initial thought is not like, I'm always gonna give my friend the benefit of the doubt. First. But when it comes to relationship, when it comes to settings and stuff like that, that's never truly the case. Exactly. When an opposite sex is in the chat, the vibes are off, guys. Like, so it's like the vibes are so off. So it's completely different, which is crazy. I don't think it should be.
But is it crazy? Because like one of the reasons why we vibe together is one, because we know each other, but also you're a female, I'm a female. So like we just know
already understand each other. Yeah.
We just have that underlying, you know what I mean? I almost say like the biggest heartbreaks I've had in life is from friends, rather than like men. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
What are the questions that you had about relationships? I'm interested.
Oh yeah, with the justifying situation basically.
Yeah.
Do you think
I'm scared.
We want guys to what's it called? The justifying. I'm trying to like
justification.
No. The like, you know how like they explain. I feel like do you think we just explain what we went through and justify like our actions with what we went through, but then we expect guys to fix their issues basically. Let's say like our trust issues. Mm-hmm. We are just gonna be like, I have trust issues. And period. It's justified. The rest,
and
like,
we're just like deal with it.
Do you know what I mean? Like deal with it. But then we expect men to like, let's say if they have like trust issues or like they have like issues opening up, we want them to say, I have issues opening up, and then the actual actions and the
I feel like that's a loaded question.
You know what I mean?
I feel like that's a loaded question.
I feel like you're trying to get to me. Are you coming for my character?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's also in the whole like social media wave and stuff like that. It is a lot of like we're very much communicative, and we're in our girlfriend like circles and stuff, and we're talking about our feelings a lot, or not a lot, but we do talk about our feelings and all that stuff. We're like, guys don't do that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And so since we exercise that, we then expect the other partner just come fixed. So I do think sometimes like I could say for me, I could definitely be more patient with men for sure. Especially, and then I also, if you're older also, I just tie that into it as well. Of like, you're this age, you should be able to like get your ish together, whatever.
Do this,
but that's what I'm saying is where I do think like half of America was like obsessed with Joe, and then the other half was like, F this.
He's insane.
Mofo. Yeah. Like, and he is insane. Or at the same thing, like, I just want him to win, or like, I accept him for him, but he's an insane person.
What?
Oh yeah.
Did they not see the killings? They want him to win?
But the way that the director made it was that it was kind of romantic.
You can also empathize with him,
Yeah, like but I'm like, I don't want that type of love. I don't want that type of love to find me. No,
I don't want that type of love to find
absolutely
me. Absolutely
not. Yeah.
But yeah.
How about you?
I feel like I do.
Do you extend that patience with men?
I don't even, guys.
Those words,
not even this much.
For the audio listeners, she's literally putting her two acrylics together.
Acrylic nails, the top, the tip, the almond shaped acrylic nails together, guys. I don't even give a tiny bit of grace. And I do like, I'm not saying this as like, period, I don't give grace. No, like I'm trying to like actually like work on this.
We do have to work on that.
Because like we're too like, I have like, it's a what's it called? The brain that works when it comes to like a man interacting with me. And the women, it's completely different. I feel like I have two separate brains. Like, this is not the same girl that's like actually processing the information that a man is telling me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm always seeing it in like tinted glasses, but not like in a positive way. But I feel like, okay.
I'm laughing, guys.
Think there's things that like I would want to like, I guess, work on after addressing them. But unless the man is also doing that, I wouldn't do it.
Give me an example.
Let's say like, or like, I guess because they don't even extend grace personally. Like they're literally like, they're done with like whatever it is. Like you come as you are. So if they're not fucking with this, they're not fucking with this. That's why I'm like, I wouldn't even like try to fix myself for them. I feel like I'm going in circles.
It really is a battle of the sexes at this point.
It is, but it shouldn't be. But like,
it shouldn't be, because what are we fighting for? Yeah,
exactly. But that's what I'm trying to fix. I'm trying to give.
Oh yeah, we're all trying to.
I guess in general.
Yeah, it's so quick to give it to my sisters, but then once it comes to a guy, I'm like, just yesterday I was shopping with my sister, and she's like, Mila, you're so picky, or you're so this. And I'm just like, no, I'm patient. She's like, girl, that's just a Tumblr post. Girl, stop. Like, girl, that isn't the Bible. Stop.
Not the Tumblr post. I'm sorry, she ate you up with that one. You ate that.
Like, she's like, girl, pack it up. I was like, like the it just sound like it sounded nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, well, no, I just like, I don't know. I just don't have time for it. Not to get into dating or anything, because that's not the point of the show today, the episode today. I just want to exercise the fact of like, I do want to be more of an accepting. Like, imagine someone, like I've heard before, the most profound thing is actually not love, it's understanding. Like when someone just gets you. Do you know what I mean? Like if you see me lash out, or if you see me have a bad day and you're still patient with me, or you explore curiosity before you're like, damn, Mila's, hey, boo, what's going on? Oh yeah, that is actually really, really tough. I was just telling my brother the other day where, I was telling him, I was like, you do know, like sometimes like with girls, if we're telling you your issues, men are very much like fixers. Like they're like, she must be telling me this for me to fix a problem. And really we just want you to hear and be like, damn, HERMELLA, like that sucks. Or like, that was tough,
just feeling seen and
be like, thank you. Cause honestly, we don't need your help. Women, we know what we're supposed to do. Honestly, we're 2 steps ahead, honestly. But sometimes we just want to go home and be a little girl and cry for a second. And then for you and just be like, it's going to be okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? And how much that would feel. So that's why maybe I'm romanticizing acceptance. Like I want to be that friend that just like damn, like you accepted me at my lowest or like my worst.
Yeah.
I'm talking about real stuff where like you might not be nice at some point, or I might not be nice or the most kind when we're stressed out about whatever. And to hold grace for that moment, be like, but that's what I'm saying. I think you've practiced it before where you're like, I know she's not coming at me at that point. So let me look at this lens and talk to her to see exactly what's going on. But with men, we're just like,
with men, yeah. And I feel like, you know what it is? It's not even like, let's say like when a man is emotional, whatever. I have my afterthoughts are gonna like drive me away. For example, like let's say like you have a bad day, right? And you have attitude or whatever. Like you're like, this. I'm like, okay, like MILA's snappy today, but like, you know, let's just like vibe and like wait it out or whatever. But if a man is snappy to me, I'm gonna go into the conclusion that he can't deal with his emotions or he's really bad with whatever. So later in the future,
so
he might be
true.
Do you know what I mean? Like I would think of the worst
5
case
years
scenario
ahead.
Yeah, like if this like I would intensify the like whatever the situation is and see the extreme. If I can't deal with that, I'm leaving.
But then with your female friends, you're like,
he
it's
just probably
today.
had a bad day. He probably got laid off, honestly, and he's mad that he got laid off. And I'm over here like, oh my god, this. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah.
But that's a very common thing. Women, we don't know how to handle, because the way that it can come out can be very like unsettling to us. But like men and their anger. Because there's a healthy way of doing like anger is like to be like you can never be angry. That's ridiculous. He's a human being. But sometimes it manifests in like them punching a wall. Like we would never do that. We might yell and be like, "What the hell?" Whatever. But we're not doing, and that's scary for us.
Yeah, and that kind of ties back to like men not being able to like show their emotions.
Oh yeah.
So, like, then when they do, it's like, you know,
Yasfaral.
Like literally yasfaral. Like, so it's like yeah. But I guess you're so right, because most of the situations where like I felt like I didn't give grace is because it was along those lines. It's either like something that I can see like either like anger management or like possessiveness or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
cross the line.
Yeah, but it's like it might be so small, but in the future, like when you see what it might end up being, then I'm already like, I'm not giving grace for that. Like I'm just leaving.
Yeah, because that's gonna be your life. And I think at that point, I think you're just seeing. I think as women we have that. We call it red flags. We could see it 10 miles ahead, where it's like the way that anger manifests in his body. I'm not saying he's a bad person or anything like that. I'm just saying I'm not going to stick around to find out. Do you know what I mean? When it's so early on and stuff. Because we have men in our life that might not necessarily that we're dating, that we've had these relationships or anything like that. That's the funny thing, when it could come across like we hate men. And that's not that's not the truth at all. Truly. Yeah. I just don't have the patience for men who just wilding out. And like, again, we don't extend this kind of patience or kindness towards women. I'm saying other men. Or honestly, just society. Like, we're so quick to just burn women at the stake. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to have it together. You have to know how to do like all this stuff. And then for guys, like, well, guys are going to be guys. That's literally the show You. Like, I'm telling you, if you put a woman up there, let's see how America's going to react.
I haven't seen the movie, but if it is, let me know. That one movie, is it like Reindeer Baby or Baby Reindeer?
Oh, that sounds familiar.
The crazy stalker, like she saw him like.
No, I haven't seen it, but I've seen clips.
Yeah, but she was also like a crazy stalker, and like she was stalking him everywhere, whatever. Oof. But is that not the same vibe? Or like, let me know if it's not. I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either. I've seen clips.
Like, he had like a stand-up comedy or whatever, and then she saw him, she liked him, and then she started stalking him everywhere. Is that not what Joe does? But she just didn't have her hat on.
Yeah, he's literally a stalker and a murderer and all these things. Yeah, I just want to explore, like, did he ever have a chance? He literally learned that love means you discipline, you sacrifice by, like, he saw it as like, I did all of this, like, I sacrificed almost going to jail or all these demons of me killing. I sacrificed for you just so you can feel safe. And they're like, wait, what? It's insane.
Yeah, I feel like he did have a chance. I feel like I can't believe that he didn't, because there's so many, even like in real life, like so many people's like upbringing or like their start of their lives are not sunshine and rainbows. Sure,
for sure. That's why it's more. I know some friends who they tell me their childhood, and I'm just like, the fact that you're even alive, that you're a decent person, that you're kind, that.
I feel like it takes a long time, but
it is, yeah. And I think it ties back to like our faith as well, that obviously there is a chance, but definitely in the movie, it definitely like, or the show, it explores like, did he actually have it with the flashbacks? Like, did he actually have a chance because he was abused? But you're so right, because even saying that, you're extending some type of acceptance or enabling when saying that. Like, don't give. No, he did have a chance. Like,
exactly.
stop
Like
killing people.
At least like convincing them like they could believe that they can be loved in a healthy way, and then they could just like I guess like the people around them really matters too. So, but that's why like the whole extending grace. You were right with the world needs to be a lot more kinder and a lot more like showing grace to people, because then with people like that. With showing grace, you can actually show them like, there's actually like love and light in this world too. So they can get to be like more positive and more, even try to fix themselves for the sake of others.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm guilty of it too, where you're just so quick to like see something in media or on social media or whatever, and you're so quick to judge. I've never left a comment, but then when I read the comments, I'm like, damn, y'all are brutal.
Yeah.
Y'all are brutal.
Don't understand how y'all get to that point. Naturally, though,
you would never catch my at in a comment saying
that's
the
what
most.
I'm
I just don't. I just genuinely, we're just not those type of people. But extending some type of curiosity and kindness, I think, is more. It's will be best for us as a society. I think that sounds like dumb, MILA, but I'm just being real. There's just so many times where we're just so quick to be like, judge this person for doing this or doing that. And then it's like honestly, it's like, girl, check the log in your eye before the splinter in his.
Exactly.
Like, let's be
so
real,
true,
right? But so quick too, because we're just human on certain things.
Yeah.
And I promise you, the times that I have extended, not always, because it does take some like eat your ego, and then to go to that person's like, hey boo, like you snapped at me for really quick, like you doing okay? It's always something, and then you feel like, oh my god, I'm so and then you're like. You're calm. Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, if I knew the shitty morning that you had, I'd be like, damn, yeah. You're actually doing your best by.
Let me see. You have to be really good, like conflict. You have to be comfortable bringing up things and not feel like you're either complaining or being accusatory.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't do it. Because even if, like with me too, like if I have felt some type of way, unless it's like objectively crazy, I wouldn't bring it up.
It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, let me just like, let me see like what the vibes is, or like wait it out or whatever. But then that like later on like feeds into like more shit to brew basically. So being like a conflict resolution person when it comes to communicating and like being really good at communicating really matters too.
What we're talking about is really just communication.
Yeah.
It really is.
The key to everything.
It really is. Like, that's the gag. The cliches are true.
That's so true. Like, communication really is
just
key,
like, no one's a mind reader. We could do that sometimes. Like, why is he reading my mind? Like, it's obvious. When sometimes he genuinely doesn't know. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they genuinely know what's going on.
With guys?
Yeah, with guys. Like, we just think they're. Yeah. It's because, here's the thing. It's so obvious to us. Yeah. That's why I'm attracted to men, because they think completely different than me. I don't want to be with another female, obviously. Do you know what I mean? I have my girls for that. Do you know what I mean? I want to be able to be with someone who thinks completely different than me. Yeah. But then it's tough, because then it's like, we don't understand each other. Like, I would never understand a man the way I understand women, because I am a woman. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, it is what it is. Yeah.
But because of that, it leaves more space for assumption. And my assumptions,
girl to guy.
Yeah. So with whatever they do, the conclusions that you get into, I guess it's also like based on your like history. You would think we literally got dogged out. Like, this has never happened. The way we think our abuse.
Literally never. Like, literally never. I'm telling you, I swear we don't hate men.
But it's like, I guess like you observe and like you kind of like make your assumptions.
Let's look at the state of the world. Yeah, I'm gonna give us some like girl. Yeah.
But now this is really like brought up like a really good I guess think piece. With the whole like justification and thing, because we justify our shit, but we don't with men.
Yeah.
So now it's making me think. I'm
like they're human beings too.
Not justified, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm always absolutely. Yeah. You justify so much for either yourself. That's another thing. Is that as simple as like, if you're late to work and you cut someone off, you justify it because you're like, they don't know, but I'm going to work. Let someone cut you off.
Oh my God, that's so...
They're a horrible driver. Someone take their license. Like, what are you doing?
That's so true.
But when I'm telling you, it's so much, and it's the stories we tell ourselves. We learn this in church too.
Yeah,
it's literally, that's the show too. It's the story he literally tells himself that he thinks that his real. He thinks he's the hero. He thinks he's a good guy.
Like, you need me.
He thinks he's a good guy, and he's murdered 70,000 people in this 5 series. Like, he thinks he's a good guy.
Oh my God, wait, I'm actually gonna watch it now.
Oh, I think I want to know. Comment down below what you guys think if you watched the season finale. I want to know what you think, because I think you'll feel like vindicated. There's some really
for Joe.
I can't say anything.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna give it away then, and I really want you to clock in and watch it. And it's not that many episodes, so I think you get through really quickly. So
I will. I'll watch it today.
Yeah. Any last words on you or acceptance enabling? I think it's tough.
Yeah, and there's a lot to unpack. Like I feel like we.
This is surface level. Yeah.
Huh?
Surface
yeah, but even
level.
like our takes, we could unpack like each of them even. To,
oh my God! Yeah, but
do you know what I mean?
That would be a 5-hour.
That's
episode.
what I'm saying. But yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely like peeping the double standards. Like I don't know if I'm gonna take it out. I don't know if I'm gonna keep him, but.
I mean, who said we're changing our double standard? I'm just saying we're at least saying they're there. Whoa, guys,
yeah.
whoa.
We're not doing too much. We don't love them that much.
It's just season 2. Whoa.
Maybe season 5.
Yeah.
Like Joe. Season 5.
Yeah, no, I don't know about all that. I'm just saying I just think it's interesting, and I now as I'm getting older, I'm understanding. Oh, like the acceptance. I almost romanticize it. It's actually harder. Oh, so I think that's why it's more admirable when it's like. Those friends who've been, ups and downs and like, and they've been through ish and like, cause part of it is forgiveness, part of it is compassion. And like, there's so many times where we do have assumptions and stuff and then relationships are broken or like friendships or family members, family dynamics, all these relationships in our life. And if we just extend a little bit of patience, and this is me telling myself, by the way, a little bit of acceptance, and honestly look inwards because the moment you focus on like, girl, what you gotta fix, because if you're looking at everyone else, it's like, I'm killing it. I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
Literally perfect. Yeah,
like literally, right? So I think I just find that so attractive to be the friend that's just like, oh, you've accepted me. Maybe I'm romanticizing it.
Yeah, I feel like there is a little bit of romanticizing in it because sometimes the person who's just accepting, you need to also like. I don't want to say like love and respect yourself, but like you're gonna get walked all over too.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Definitely had that happen.
Yeah.
When I came across a narcissist.
That's what I'm saying. So there's so many people,
women and men, by the way. Yeah,
that's why like I'm very like heavy on if the person's trying to get better because then they're also considering you because you're considering the person and you're considering your friendship. So that's why you're accepting and like being graceful and like being patient with them. But if they're not extending that to even at least like communicate it with you or even see them trying to fix it for the sake of the friendship, and I feel like it's one-sided, then you're just like taking whatever people are giving you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, what you're basically describing is boundaries.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
Essentially it. Like,
yeah.
And it took me a long time to figure out. I've spoken about it before, where like the boundaries for you, not for the other person. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
If I say in my head, okay, if she walls out one more time, my boundaries, I'm going to go stay at the hotel. Yeah. That means my bag is already packed. Hotel's already booked. The moment you do it, whatever it is, and I've already, obviously I've communicated this with you, I'm going to step out. But then if I don't do that and I go on my word, you don't trust me anymore. And I've lost respect for myself as well.
But then that's not even like not giving grace. That's just literally just like knowing when to leave.
Exactly, like the boundary, and being like respect yourself. Yeah, it's a journey. It's a journey.
There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, there really is. But I need you to watch the season finale.
I will,
and then give your take on the next few episodes because I just want to see your reaction and save it for the pop because it's crazy.
I will because I haven't really like watched like a good show in a minute. I'm watching Battle Camp, but it's not even a show. It's a reality show. But I'm almost done with it. You need to watch it. It's really good.
Really? I've heard clips on. I just got hip to Love Island US All Stars. It's literally old, but season 2.
US All Stars.
Love Island All Stars.
Girl, don't waste your time with that. Watch.
I think Grace and Luca are so cute.
USA. Oh wait, that season's really good.
Right?
Grace and Luca, that season's really
like
good.
They're so
I feel like that's
cute.
The only
good season.
There was only one All Stars, right? Before that.
Yeah, exactly. It was season 2, and that's it.
Okay, then you like the.
But I'll tap into Battle Camp.
Period.
Anything else you want to share? Acceptance.
Let us know, guys. Do y'all think it's just survival or no being a monster or?
Is he a monster or misunderstood or both? I think maybe both, but like comment down below.
Both is a cop out. Do one or the other.
It totally is a
like,
cop out.
That's what I'm saying. Like where like does it lean towards?
Well, it's just not mutually exclusive. You could be like, no, you need help, but it could also be a justification and explanation. Not justification. Guess, that sounded bad, but what I mean is like, you are a murderer. You're a monster. Lock him up, but. Oh, from his childhood.
You'd be empathetic towards it. Yeah, that's true. And then let us know what you guys think about like men and women and how the whole
Yeah,
giving
do we?
grace. Yeah.
Do men give grace to women, and do women give grace to men when it comes to like that dating phase where you're learning how to love each other and all that stuff and the boundaries? Because that's what it is, really. Because when you're married, it's like, of course you're gonna extend grace. That's your wife, like you know the person. But in that talking stage and the dating, like the girlfriend boyfriends, like all that, do we extend
that part? And then for the women, are you guys the type to give grace to like men? And if that's the case, like, how'd you get there, honestly?
Yeah, DM us privately.
Girl, what'd you do? What'd you do? Girl,
you said, drop the link.
Drop the link.
How'd you do
Where'd
it?
you get that? Send a linky.
Where's that seminar, please?
No, honestly. But yeah, the same way with like
where's
guys.
that TED Talk?
What are your thoughts, I guess, thought process for both?
HERMELLA, we're like in the 80th episode somewhere damn near there. And almost in the 90th, I swear people think we hate men.
I know. Guys,
like, it's bad.
Even at work.
It's honestly so bad, and that's not true at all.
I just love women more, significantly more.
All right, and on that note, that doesn't help us, HERMELLA. On that note, thank you so much to anyone, all the men out there.
We love you. Love you.
And the baddies, we love you.
We love you.
Thank you so much for anyone who's listening, watching, viewing, subscribing.
Period. Thank you guys. Go ahead and follow us. Comment down below. Stay tuned for Firsties Plus. And yeah, and follow us on Instagram and also keep up with our vlogs and our lives. And yeah.
And we'll see you in our next episode. Bye, guys.